Welcome to our video, a heartfelt space to honor and remember those we've recently lost, along with others who have left lasting impacts on our lives. On this 17th September 2025, we reflect on their incredible journeys, celebrate their legacies, and hold their cherished memories close. We'll also talk about the recent challenges faced by WWE star Dominik Mysterio that have touched millions worldwide. Subscribe now and join our supportive community that keeps their stories alive. Cesar Cuauhtemoc Gonzalez Barron, better known as Silver King, was born on January 9, 1968, and became one of Mexico's most memorable professional wrestlers. Known for his striking silver mask and captivating ring presence, he was a true star of the luchador tradition. With a high-flying style and remarkable athleticism, Silver King quickly captured the hearts of fans across Mexico and later internationally. He rose to prominence in the 1990s, performing in Lucha Libre, ALA worldwide, alongside legends like Rey Mysterio Jr. and Octagon. His performances were a mix of speed, agility, and charisma, earning him a place among the most respected luchadors of his generation. Silver King also made a mark in the United States, appearing in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, where he showcased his unique style to a wider audience and proved that Mexican wrestlers could shine on the global stage. Off the ring, Silver King was deeply committed to wrestling. He shared his knowledge and love for the craft with younger wrestlers, mentoring and inspiring the next generation of luchadores. His dedication went beyond performance. He wanted to ensure the traditions of Lucha Libre lived on. Tragically, Silver King's life came to an abrupt end on May 11, 2019, when he collapsed during a match in London. His passing left a profound void in the wrestling community, but his legacy endures. Fans and fellow wrestlers continue to celebrate his influence, remembering him not only for his spectacular performances, but also for his generosity, mentorship, and the passion he brought to the sport. Silver King remains a symbol of Lucha Libre's spirit, an unforgettable figure whose impact will be felt for generations. Tarzan Goto, born on August 16, 1963, was a celebrated Japanese professional wrestler whose presence in the ring left an indelible mark on fans and peers alike. He passed away at the age of 58, leaving behind a legacy built on skill, charisma, and passion for the sport. Goto began his wrestling journey in the late 1980s, quickly making a name for himself in major promotions like New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, and All Japan Pro Wrestling, AJPW. Known for his combination of agility, strength, and technical ability, he was a performer who could seamlessly adapt to different wrestling styles. Fans admired his unique blend of high-flying maneuvers and hard-hitting strikes, which made every match feel both unpredictable and thrilling. Throughout his career, Goto captured multiple championships, particularly excelling in tag team competition alongside several prominent partners. Yet beyond the titles and accolades, those who worked with him remember his dedication, generosity, and willingness to share his knowledge. Goto often mentored younger wrestlers, guiding them with patience and a deep love for the craft. His passing was felt deeply across the wrestling world, as colleagues and fans reflected not just on his in-ring achievements, but on the warmth and kindness he brought outside of it. Tarzan Goto's influence extends beyond his matches. His spirit, passion, and mentorship continue to inspire new generations of wrestlers. Even in his absence, the echoes of his energy and dedication remain a lasting part of wrestling history. Peggy Lee Leather was a remarkable figure in American professional wrestling. Born on January 19, 1959, she passed away at the age of 64, leaving behind a legacy defined by resilience, talent, and a pioneering spirit that inspired countless fans and wrestlers alike. Known for her athleticism, technical skill, and magnetic presence in the ring, Leather became one of the most respected names in women's wrestling during the 1980s and 1990s. Leather's career began in the mid-1980s, and she quickly made a name for herself with her dynamic wrestling style and ability to captivate audiences. She competed in major promotions such as the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, earning a reputation as a fierce and dedicated competitor. Fans admired not only her performances, but also the authenticity and passion she brought to every match. Off the mat, Peggy Lee Leather was a champion for women in sports. She advocated for greater representation and opportunities for female wrestlers at a time when the industry offered few, paving the way for future generations. Many aspiring wrestlers looked up to her as a mentor, benefiting from her guidance, encouragement, and generosity in sharing her knowledge. Even after retiring from active competition, Leather remained deeply involved in wrestling as a trainer and promoter, helping nurture new talent and keeping her love for the sport alive. Her passing left a heartfelt void in the wrestling world, but her impact endures, not just in her matches, but in the inspiration, mentorship, and path she created for women in professional wrestling. Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, born on February 20th, 1921, was a true pioneer in professional wrestling, remembered as much for his charisma as for his talent in the ring. With his signature flashy style, cocky strut, and magnetic personality, Rogers brought a new level of showmanship to wrestling, setting a blueprint for future stars like Ric Flair. He wasn't just a performer, he was a trailblazer who showed that wrestling could be as much about personality as it was about athleticism. Rogers' career took off in the 1940s, and he quickly became a household name among wrestling fans. His technical skill inside the ring, combined with his ability to captivate an audience, made him a standout. He was the first ever WWE champion in 1963, a historic milestone that cemented his place in wrestling history. Fans particularly admired his mastery of the figure four leg lock, a move that would go on to become one of wrestling's most iconic holds. But Rogers' influence extended beyond titles and moves. He understood the business side of wrestling, drawing crowds and keeping audiences engaged, helping turn professional wrestling into a mainstream entertainment phenomenon. Even after stepping out of the spotlight, he remained a respected figure, mentoring younger wrestlers and sharing the wisdom he had gained over decades in the ring. Though he faced health challenges later in life, Rogers' legacy never dimmed. His flair, showmanship, and dedication left an indelible mark on the sport. Today, generations of wrestlers continue to draw inspiration from Buddy Rogers, honoring the man who helped define what it truly means to be a star in professional wrestling. Shad Gaspard, January 13, 1981, May 17, 2020, was an American professional wrestler, actor, and model, best remembered for his time in WWE as one half of the popular tag team Crime Time. Growing up with a passion for athletics and performance, Gaspard began his wrestling journey in the early 2000s, performing in independent promotions before making his WWE debut in 2006. Alongside his partner, JTG, he quickly captured fans' attention with his charisma, humor, and high-energy style, often blending hip-hop culture into their act. Crime Time stood out not only for their in-ring skills, but also for the laughter and entertainment they brought to audiences, making them beloved figures among WWE fans. Beyond wrestling, Shad explored acting, appearing in films like Get Hard and TV projects including The Wrestler. Known for his dedication to fitness and a healthy lifestyle, he inspired many with his discipline and positivity off-screen as well. Tragically, Gaspard's life ended heroically in May 2020. While visiting a California beach with his young son, he was caught in a powerful rip current. Risking his own life, Shad pushed his son to safety, ensuring the boy survived even as he was swept out to sea. His bravery and selflessness left a profound impact, earning him admiration from fans, peers, and the wider community. WWE and countless others paid tribute to his legacy, honoring not only his contributions as an entertainer, but also his courage and devotion as a father. Shad Gaspard is remembered as a vibrant performer, a loving parent, and a true hero. Dominik Oscar Gutierrez, widely recognized by his ring name Dominik Mysterio, was born on April 5, 1997, in the sun-soaked city of San Diego, California. Growing up as the son of Rey Mysterio, one of the most celebrated figures in professional wrestling, Dominik's path to the squared circle seemed almost predestined. Rey's influence on the sport, bringing lucha libre into the global spotlight and revolutionizing cruiserweight wrestling, was monumental, and from an early age, Dominik was immersed in that world. While many children dream of emulating superheroes or sports stars, Dominik lived and breathed wrestling, often attending shows, traveling with his father, and absorbing the nuances of in-ring storytelling and athleticism. His upbringing provided him with a front-row seat to a world few ever experienced firsthand, and it instilled in him an understanding of both the glamour and the grind of professional wrestling. Even as a child, Dominik occasionally appeared on WWE programming, creating early memories that would shape his future. The most notable of these moments came in 2005, when WWE capitalized on the storied rivalry between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. In a storyline that blurred the lines between reality and fiction, Dominik became part of a custody battle narrative, placing him at the heart of a dramatic arc that culminated in a ladder match at SummerSlam. Though he was just a young boy, his involvement added a deeply personal element to the storyline, capturing the attention of fans and leaving an indelible mark on his formative years. Those early appearances not only gave Dominik a taste of the emotional storytelling inherent in professional wrestling, but also foreshadowed the career that lay ahead of him. A journey that would see him grow from Rey Mysterio's son into a wrestler forging his own path. Training and WWE debut. Unlike many second-generation wrestlers, Dominik's path into the WWE was accelerated. While numerous young wrestlers spend years navigating the independent scene to hone their skills, Dominik benefited from the guidance of his father and other seasoned veterans. He trained rigorously under Rey Mysterio, absorbing not only high-flying techniques and lucha-inspired maneuvers, but also the subtleties of pacing, ring psychology, and audience connection. In addition, he worked with renowned trainer Lance Storm, who helped refine Dominik's fundamentals, ensuring that his skills were not only flashy, but also technically sound. These years of preparation were crucial in equipping him to step into WWE's intense spotlight, where expectations are always magnified, particularly for someone carrying the Mysterio name. Dominik's official in-ring debut came at SummerSlam 2020, where he faced one of WWE's top stars, Seth Rollins, in a high-stakes street fight. The bout was brutal and demanding, both physically and emotionally, but Dominik held his own. While he did not walk away with a victory, his performance showcased a fearlessness that belied his experience level. He took high-risk maneuvers with determination, displayed agility and resilience, and impressed both fans and critics alike with his ability to rise to the occasion under immense pressure. That debut served as a statement. Dominik Mysterio was no longer just Rey's son. He was a wrestler capable of commanding attention on his own. Following his debut, Dominik quickly became a regular on WWE programming. Early on, he often teamed with his father, creating a unique dynamic that resonated with audiences. The father-son pairing was compelling, combining Rey's veteran acumen with Dominik's raw talent and youthful energy. Their synergy reached a historic milestone in 2021 when the duo captured the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, making them the first father and son team in WWE history to achieve such a feat. The victory was symbolic on multiple levels. It celebrated family legacy, recognized Dominik's rising talent, and cemented his place as a wrestler capable of championship success. A turning point. Joining the Judgment Day. For much of his early WWE career, Dominik was presented as a bright, heroic babyface, a high-flying, clean-cut underdog striving to make his mark. However, in September 2022, he shocked the WWE Universe by betraying his father and aligning himself with the Judgment Day, a faction led by Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. This heel turn marked a significant shift in his career and allowed Dominik to step out from under Rey Mysterio's shadow and explore a more complex, aggressive persona. The transformation was more than just a change in allegiance. It was a shift in style, strategy, and character depth. Dominik's in-ring approach became more calculated and ruthless, reflecting the darker, villainous energy of the Judgment Day. His feuds with top stars, including his father and Edge, became emotionally charged spectacles, blending high-stakes athleticism with compelling storytelling. Rhea Ripley, serving as both mentor and enforcer within the faction, was instrumental in shaping Dominik's new identity, guiding him to embrace his aggression while maintaining technical skill. His heel persona allowed him to experiment, innovate, and display a maturity that had previously been constrained by his babyface image. Joining the Judgment Day also opened doors for championship pursuits and higher-profile storylines. Dominik captured the NXT North American Championship twice, solidifying his reputation as a formidable competitor in WWE's mid-card scene. These victories were more than just accolades. They were proof that he could succeed independently of his father's legacy, carving a space for himself in a highly competitive environment. Each title reign reinforced the narrative that Dominik was evolving into a fully realized wrestler, capable of commanding attention and respect on his own merits. Injuries and the physical toll of wrestling. Dominik Mysterio's journey in WWE has been as physically demanding as it has been emotionally charged. Like every professional wrestler performing at the highest level, Dominik has faced his share of injuries, each one a reminder of the intensity, risk, and unpredictability inherent in the sport. Wrestling is not just about strength or agility. It is about timing, precision, and the ability to push one's body to extremes while maintaining an emotional connection with the audience. For Dominik, whose style leans heavily on agility and high-flying maneuvers, the risks are even greater. The very moves that thrill fans can take a heavy toll on the body, and over time, the accumulation of minor and major injuries becomes almost inevitable. His first significant injury came in April 2025 during a high-profile match against Andrade. A routine exchange in the ring turned costly when Dominik suffered a serious elbow injury. The injury was severe enough to require surgery, forcing him into an unexpected period away from the ring. For a wrestler in the midst of a major push with the Judgment Day, the timing couldn't have been more challenging. Momentum in professional wrestling is fragile. One misstep, one injury, and months of storyline buildup can stall or derail. For Dominik, this wasn't just a physical setback, it was a mental one. He had to wrestle with the frustration of stepping away while watching others continue to evolve their characters and storylines. Later in the year, his path grew even more challenging. During his first significant heel match against Edge, Dominik suffered a cracked rib and punctured lung, injuries that underscored the very real danger wrestlers face night after night. And as if the previous injuries weren't enough, a dislocated ribcage in late June further compounded the strain on his body. Each injury demanded not just physical rehabilitation, but also an immense mental adjustment. Wrestling is as much a psychological endeavor as it is physical. Recovering athletes must remain connected to their character, maintain audience anticipation, and find motivation to return stronger, all while managing pain and uncertainty. Beyond these headline injuries, there's been growing concern about the long-term impact of repeated high-risk maneuvers. Reports of lingering knee problems and potential concussion-related symptoms have surfaced, sparking conversation among fans and analysts alike. WWE implements strict medical protocols, monitoring its performers closely, yet the physical and mental toll of the sport is inescapable. Dominik's journey illustrates the constant balance wrestlers must strike, pushing their bodies to the limit to entertain while preserving long-term health. Despite these hurdles, he has repeatedly returned to the ring, demonstrating resilience, determination, and an unwavering work ethic. Resilience and personal growth. What sets Dominik apart is not just his talent in the ring, but the mental fortitude he brings to every challenge. Wrestling under the shadow of a legendary father carries pressures few outsiders can imagine. Every match, promo, and segment invites comparison. Yet Dominik has navigated these expectations with remarkable maturity. He has shown that setbacks, whether due to injury or storyline obstacles, are opportunities for growth rather than moments of defeat. Interviews reveal a young man who is introspective and deeply committed to his craft. Dominik acknowledges the challenge of constantly being compared to Rey Mysterio, while striving to carve out a distinct identity. He speaks candidly about the tension of honoring a legacy, while simultaneously stepping out of it. This self-awareness has allowed him to embrace both the heroic and villainous aspects of his character, demonstrating versatility that few young wrestlers achieve. The mental aspect of recovery has been just as critical as the physical. Healing from a hyperextended elbow, a dislocated rib, or a punctured lung requires patience, discipline, and a focused mindset. For Dominik, downtime isn't merely a period of waiting. It is an opportunity to reflect on his technique, refine his character, and consider his long-term trajectory in WWE. Each return to the ring is approached not just as a comeback, but as a chance to perform smarter, more compelling, and with greater emotional depth. In this way, injuries have paradoxically contributed to his growth, forcing him to develop resilience, strategic thinking, and a deeper connection to the storytelling aspect of professional wrestling. Character evolution and storytelling. Dominik's career in WWE is a masterclass in character evolution. His early appearances relied heavily on his lineage, presenting him as the enthusiastic and energetic son of a wrestling legend. These moments allowed audiences to connect with his youth and raw potential, yet they also left him tethered to the weight of familial expectation. His transition to a heel character, particularly with his alliance in the Judgment Day, has allowed him to explore darker, more complex dimensions of his persona. No longer just Rey Mysterio's son, he has become a multifaceted performer, capable of manipulating audience emotions, expressing nuanced motivations, and carrying storylines with substantial dramatic weight. The dynamic with his father remains one of the most compelling aspects of his narrative. Their interactions, whether in tag matches, story-driven feuds, or emotionally charged promos, highlight the delicate balance between legacy and individuality. WWE has leveraged this relationship to tell stories rich in emotional texture, where the conflict is as much internal as it is external. Dominik's willingness to explore both sides of his character, hero and villain, loyal son and rebellious competitor, makes him relatable, unpredictable, and captivating. Feuds with top-tier talent like Edge and Rey Mysterio have allowed Dominik to showcase both his technical proficiency and his emotional storytelling. Each match is a narrative in motion, where physical performance and character development are inseparable. High-flying maneuvers, signature sequences, and dramatic near-falls all serve a greater purpose, conveying the evolution of a character wrestling with identity, legacy, and ambition. By embracing the storytelling side of wrestling, Dominik has distinguished himself as more than an athlete. He is a performer capable of generating genuine emotional investment from the audience. Future prospects and long-term potential. Looking ahead, Dominik's future in WWE is filled with promise. His ability to elicit strong fan reactions, combined with championship accolades and a compelling presence, positions him as a potential main event player and a top-tier heel. Long-term storylines could see him revisiting rivalries with his father, offering one of the most emotionally resonant arcs WWE could craft. Fans speculate endlessly about a WrestleMania showdown between Dominik and Rey Mysterio, a narrative that would balance athletic spectacle with profound familial drama. Beyond rivalry-driven storytelling, there is significant potential for character redemption. A future face turn could explore themes of reconciliation, growth, and forgiveness, offering a nuanced evolution that expands his appeal beyond the intensity of villainy. Such a transition would deepen his character while appealing to a broader audience, blending the thrill of in-ring competition with emotional resonance. Dominik also shows the potential to serve as a mentor or guiding figure within WWE's next generation of talent. His journey from legacy performer to independent star provides a model for navigating expectations, setbacks, and the pressures of professional wrestling. By learning to balance athletic ambition with personal growth, he could influence younger wrestlers while continuing to forge his own path. His experiences with injury, mental resilience, and evolving character work offer a roadmap for how to sustain a meaningful and impactful career in the modern wrestling landscape. Building a unique legacy. Dominik Mysterio's story is a study in resilience, perseverance, and the quest for identity. From his earliest appearances alongside his father to high-profile matches with the company's top stars, he has navigated the delicate intersection of legacy and individuality with skill, and determination. His journey is a testament to the fact that building a career in professional wrestling requires more than raw talent. It demands emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and a willingness to embrace both physical and mental challenges. Despite multiple injuries, setbacks, and the constant physical demands of the sport, Dominik has demonstrated remarkable focus, adaptability, and determination. He has not allowed injuries to define him. Instead, he has leveraged each recovery period to refine his craft, deepen his storytelling abilities, and cultivate a more complete persona. His performances reflect not only athletic prowess, but also a genuine understanding of audience engagement, timing, and character development. Dominik's journey reminds fans that wrestling is as much about storytelling and personal evolution as it is about athletic skill. It is about connecting with audiences, facing adversity, and transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. In every match, he demonstrates that legacy is not a limitation, but a foundation, a platform from which to soar, innovate, and leave a mark of his own. Ultimately, Dominik Mysterio is more than the son of a legend. He is a rising star in his own right, a performer who blends high-flying athleticism, emotional storytelling, and resilience into a unique and compelling persona. His career is a living testament to perseverance, the power of self-discovery, and the art of professional wrestling as a deeply human, emotionally resonant performance.